What if I told you that the most productive people in the world don't actually manage their time? Stay with me here. I used to be that person with 17 different productivity apps, color-coded calendars, and a planner, so detailed it looked like mission control at NASA. And I was still stressed, overwhelmed, and constantly behind. Sound familiar? Here's the thing nobody talks about. Time management doesn't fail because you're lazy or disorganized. It fails because we're trying to manage the wrong thing entirely. Last week I watched my friend Sarah, the one who somehow runs a business, raises 2 kids, and still finds time for yoga. And I realized she wasn't managing time at all. She was doing something completely different. The truth is, time management is surprisingly simple once you understand this. You can't actually manage time. Time just happens. 24 hours every single day, whether you're a CEO or a college student. But what you can manage, your energy, and that changes everything. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to share the 3-part framework that flipped my entire approach upside down. First, we'll talk about why your current system is probably working against your natural rhythms. And no, this isn't about becoming a morning person if you're not one. Then, I'll show you the Big 3 method that takes about 30 seconds to set up each day, but somehow makes you feel like you have superpowers. And finally, we'll cover the 1 boundary technique that will save you hours without making you look like a jerk to your coworkers, friends, or family. And look, I get it. You've probably tried productivity hacks before. Maybe you've downloaded apps that promise to change your life, or attempted those intense morning routines that made you feel worse about yourself. But here's what's different. This isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters when you actually have the energy to do it well. By the end of this video, you'll have a system so simple you can start using it today without changing a single thing about your personality or buying another planner. Ready? Let's dive in.
All right, so let's start with why traditional time management feels like time to swim upstream. Think about it. When was the last time you scheduled "Be creative" for 2 p.m. on a Tuesday and actually felt creative? Exactly. Here's what I discovered. Your brain has natural peaks and valleys throughout the day. Some people are sharp as a tack at 6 a.m. Others don't fully come online until noon. But here's the kicker. Most productivity advice completely ignores this. It's like trying to force a night owl to write their novel at sunrise, or asking an early bird to brainstorm at 10 p.m. So step 1 of our framework is stupidly simple. Map your energy, not your time. For the next 3 days, just 3. Notice when you feel most alert, when your brain feels foggy, and when you get that afternoon crash. Don't change anything, just observe. I promise this isn't another complicated tracking system. You're literally just paying attention to yourself. Once you know your patterns, you match your tasks to your energy. High brain tasks when you're sharp, routine stuff when you're coasting, and here's the game changer. Nothing important when you're running on fumes. Now, let's talk about the Big 3 method, because this is where everything clicked for me. Every morning, and I mean every single morning, you're going to identify exactly 3 things that would make today feel successful. Not 10 things, not a color-coded masterpiece of scheduling, 3 things. But here's the secret sauce. One of these has to be something that moves you forward on a big goal. One has to be something that you've been avoiding. That thing that's been lurking on your to-do list for weeks. And one gets to be something that makes you feel good about yourself. Maybe that's calling your mom. Maybe it's a 20-minute walk. Maybe it's finally organizing that one drawer that's been driving you crazy. Why does this work? Because your brain can actually hold 3 things without feeling overwhelmed. And when you complete all 3, you get this incredible sense of accomplishment that carries over into the rest of your day. But even if you only get 2 done, or heck, even just 1, you still moved the needle on something that mattered. I write mine on a sticky note. That's it. No app, no fancy planner, 3 lines on a piece of paper. Takes 30 seconds, Works like magic.
Okay, now for the piece that saves you the most time. Boundaries. And before you think, I can't set boundaries, I'll look mean. Stay with me. This isn't about becoming a hermit or saying no to everything. It's about protecting your energy zones. Remember how we mapped your energy? Well, now you're going to guard your peak energy time like it's Fort Knox. If you do your best thinking from 9 to 11 a.m., that's when you tackle your big three. Not when you answer emails or sit in meetings about meetings. Here's the script that changed my life. I'm most effective on this between 9 and 11. Can we find another time that works for both of us? Notice how that's not saying no. You're saying yes, but on terms that actually serve everyone better. For the stuff you can't control, like your boss scheduling a meeting during your peak time, you adapt. Maybe you shift your energy matching strategy for that day, or you double down on protecting tomorrow's peak time. The point isn't perfection, it's intentionality. And here's a bonus boundary. Batch similar tasks together. Answer all your emails in one block. Make all your phone calls in another. Context switching is an energy vampire, and you're not giving it permission to drain you anymore. So there you have it. 3 simple shifts that have nothing to do with downloading another app or waking up at 5 a.m. Map your energy, pick your big 3, and protect what matters most. The beautiful thing? You can start this today. Right now, actually. Think about how you felt over the past few hours. When did you feel most alert? What 3 things would make tomorrow feel successful? There, you've already started. I know it sounds almost too simple, but that's exactly why it works. You're not fighting against your natural rhythms anymore, you're working with them. And trust me, that feels like having superpowers. Try this for 1 week, just 7 days, and let me know in the comments how it goes. I'm genuinely curious to hear your experience because everyone's energy map looks different, and that's exactly the point. If this helped you see time management in a new way, hit that like button. And if you want more practical strategies that actually work in real life, not just in theory, subscribe and ring that notification bell. Next week, we're diving into why motivation is overrated and what actually gets you to follow through on your goals. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.